Do you feel what is going on right now? People aren't the same anymore. So you have to stop letting people influence you like they used to. You have to move differently. Because social media has rewired people's minds, and people have become more cruel and uncaring, to where they now show no pity or shame about hurting others. They don't care about what you're going through. And that is why communication often seems vague and lifeless. And when you display qualities like empathy, compassion, self-awareness, it either falls on deaf ears or it makes you a target. Because there are so many energy vampires and leeches in the world today, so we've got to move differently now. We can't be giving things of value to people who can't understand or appreciate them, because they're only going to dismiss it or disrespect it. So not everyone is deserving of your warmth, friendliness, or enthusiasm. Not everyone deserves to know your business. Not everyone deserves to even share a conversation with you. Which means that you will have to absorb your own ideas, values, or feelings and integrate them into a part of your own mind and character, rather than confiding in people so casually like you used to. Because you really can't trust many people out there. Everyone's looking to gain an advantage over someone. Everyone's stabbing people in the back to gain a better position, and it is dangerous. So we have to be on guard at all times, and this may cause people to avoid you. It may cause people to not want to be friends with you, or to not want to invite you to gatherings, because you're always going to seem distant or reserved. You're never going to be fully invested or committed, which can push people away, especially those who may want your energy. But it's what you must do to protect yourself. Because you see, it's better to be seen as rude or arrogant than it is to be seen as a doormat or a pushover, as someone who people can take advantage of. And often the more friends that you have, or the more people you're involved with, usually just means more opportunities for people to have access to you, which increases the risk of something bad happening to you. Unless you have really mastered how to navigate social situations. But even then, once you're already in it, you usually don't see it until it's already too late. And by that point, people have already done their work on you. So the real countermeasure to all of this is to present yourself from getting in too deep with people. You should never be fully in with anyone. And instead you should always have one foot out the door. Because you never know when that ship is going to sink. And when you're drowning, nobody is going to come to save you. So the trick is to remain in shallow water. Because nobody ever wants to help out the real ones. They're too afraid that you're going to surpass them. So they never want to look out for people who are genuine. People who are honest and unified. Because they know they're not like that. Most people today refuse to do the right thing. They won't return the extra money given to them by mistake at a store. They won't tell the truth when they make an error at work or school instead of hiding it. And they won't keep promises because they're corrupt and dishonest. And that is why they will do everything they can to stifle your growth. But they will regret it, not because they care about you or because they feel bad for you, but because they feel bad for themselves. Because deep down they know that they have failed. They know that if they had to break you in order for themselves to get ahead, then really that means that they have lost. Because if you were given a fair chance, then you would have surpassed them. And that is how whatever they achieve or succeed in, they're never truly satisfied with it. They always want more. Or they're always using it to taunt you in some sort of way. Because it was unearned. They didn't put in the work or effort. They had to deceive you in order to get where they are. And that is how they often become resentful of you, and they keep trying to push you down, even when it seems like they're already doing better. Because their perceived success is unmerited. It may look like they're doing well, but really they're not. Because they don't deserve what they have. And that is why they can't be happy with anything. Because they know you're more deserving of what they have than they are. So they get jealous. They feel like you're taking something away from them. This is why they're so paranoid, and they're constantly on edge. They're just waiting for someone to do to them what they did to someone else. because they know that if they can take something that didn't rightfully belong to them, then what's stopping someone else from doing that to them? Especially since they don't have any record of events to prove that it even belongs to them. And that's where their insecurity is coming from, because it's surface-based. There's no real narrative behind it. So when they see you and you're confident in yourself, they're intimidated by you, because they have to put on a facade. They have to pretend to be someone they're not, because they don't even know who they are. And you're observant, so you may already know who people are before they even say anything. You can see things that other people can't see. But before, you may have thought that that was just an issue with you. You may have thought that you just had anxiety. But now you actually need to apply this intuition that you have. You need to pay attention to this in a sense. Because if you're constantly questioning people's intentions, and there's a lot of confusion involved, and you're not sure about people, then you need to pay attention to that. Don't let them deter you. Don't let them discourage you or hold you back by making you afraid of the bad results or the costs. Keep going with that. Remain confident in what you believe in, because this is what these people do. They want to prevent you from doing certain things by making you less enthusiastic about it, or by making it difficult for you to do it. And this is a huge mistake that people often make, because they assume that if someone can target their confidence, that means it was never real to begin with. But this is actually a paradox, because the truth is, the more confident and sure about something someone is, the more vulnerable they are, because their high expectations set a big gap for disappointment. So you've got to move differently now, because jumping into certain situations could cost you everything. Your own confidence in a situation where there really is no hope of anything changing or getting better could potentially ruin you, because you're investing everything into something with no future. They will never accept you as you are, because they want to become you. They want all of your energy and attention, which is why setting healthy boundaries is so important, because friendship should be built on things that benefit both people involved. But people are pressuring to get close to you. They're trying to force a friendship on you. So you have to be aware of these people. You have to be aware of flattery, and believe it when you see it. They're so quick to believe things about you. So don't let them intimidate you with their hidden motives. See it for what it is. Because people are doing this to you these days just to stab you in the back. So you can't listen to people's compliments all the time, because they're just trying to get your defenses down. And once your defenses are down and you're following their cues, they can make you believe anything they want. And those same people who are praising you are the same people who will run smear campaigns against you. So if you listen to the good things they say about you, then when they're saying negative things about you, it's going to break you. Just as quick as you believe the positive things they said, you will soon believe in the negative things as well. But they only switched up on you because they didn't get what they wanted from you. They couldn't manipulate you, so they devalued you. It may not make sense to you while you're going through it, because you've overcome your ego. But most people in the world are still living in their ego. They are driven by the need to feel important above everything else. So they see you and they feel threatened by you. And that makes them want to dominate you, which makes them very dangerous, because they operate on their own merit. They only consider their own good points, whether real or imagined, and they ignore everything else. They don't incorporate the negative aspects of themselves. So when they see that you're not like them, they really try to take you out of the game. And eventually they will find out that the entire time, they were just feeding off of your energy. Because when you separate from these people, just look at what happens 1 year later. Look at what they're doing, and look at what you're doing. And then you find out just how many leeches were in your life. So you've got to move differently. You can't just try to blend in with everyone. Let me know in the comments if you've had any similar experiences with people recently. Give the video a thumbs up if it was helpful. Subscribe to be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.